just to pedantically actually you Mr. Patches for clarity's sake, Modern Masters was really good. Modern Masters was a reprint set designed to put more old product into the hands of players. Modern Horizons was the we're gonna power creep these formats to hell and back, etc, etc, etc. Yeah, so two slightly different products. I got some Firehair decks built, but let's take a look here at what people are doing. Not anything very. Let's look at top 50%. Maybe the stats are a little more. They suck slightly less when you're less competitive. Hey, look, our Thor's deck isn't good, but it's at least not trash. That's funny. Frigga build doing okay. And add Shang to the deck again. This is really funny. The build with Shang only has a 0.4% higher win rate, but it's so many higher average cubes because Shang is such a blow you out style card. Very amusing difference in stats. Any interest in lowering? I don't have sample sizes set. I'm scrolling based on sorting from high to low. So we'll scroll a little more here. Well, I'm kind of surprised Thanos is this bad, but I guess they're playing stuff like Makari and Angel. So maybe if you put more good cards in, it'll be good. I bet this is solid. I've got something very close to this loaded up. Moon Girl always has my attention, but you don't make death very cheap in this deck, right? There's only a handful of ones. I guess it's kind of cute if you're playing Firehair mirror matches and your opponent's also enabling death, but like, if your opponent's not enabling your death in this deck, you're gonna have a really bad time, right? And unfortunately, the stats here mostly confirming my expectations that this card does not seem very powerful. I've got a couple of things loaded up that we're gonna spew some cubes with here to start, but my initial reaction is this card is not very good. Let's start with the bad deck first. Firehair seems like a symptom of Destroy decks not being very good lately. Completely disagree with that. What's the word I'm searching for? The, traditional Destroy decks don't really remotely want to be doing what Firehair is doing. Or snapping me? That's interesting. So I can bounce this turn, and then next turn I can Killmonger to get another couple of demons and then make them free. Oh, you think they're gonna Lady Deathstrike me? That's interesting. Yeah, they could be. Good read. Definitely Lady Deathstrike. I won the game, but I still feel kind of annoyed if I'm being honest. All of my stuff got broken at every point. Alright, so probably Thor's stuff here. My hand's pretty good.
Face the might of Asgard, Mjolnir!
man, I'm cook. Hey, you found a rook. I found a rock. Hey, you found a rock. Hey man, I'm cook. I found a rock.
Escaped.
I think we set a record for Korgroks into a deck. Man, it is just not our day, huh? Pocket was scuffed this morning. All those things crashing on me. Yeah, it's annoying. Something in the latest snap patch made it so every time I relaunch Snap, I have to reassign the game audio in my OBS. It's not great. Oh, for fuck's sake. This location is deeply personal, chat. Are Token Tuesdays still the best value to get tokens? Periodically. Sometimes. Hey, Ubictos, thank you for the third of a year. Welcome back.
Hey man, I'm cook. I found a rock.
Alright, let's mess them up, huh? I want to see no more targets here, Iceman.
Hey, you found a rock. I found a rock.
Are they Galactus? Yes, most likely. So I have to play this here so we don't die to Galactus. Got him? Question mark? They got themselves, kinda. I probably should have snapped him on turn 6, honestly.
Opponent snapped.
Snapping me. They don't know I have Joaquin Torres, chap. I think that was a copycat. I think that was a copycat.
Oh, snap.
As much as I would like more demons, I think we can be happy with just 2. Joke's on you! Can't Red Guardian by Joaquin Torres now. Average Marvel Snap new card release experience, really. The number one thing my Marvel Snap break convinced me of is that I think this game would be a lot more fun for me personally, at least, if they released more cards at one time instead of one per week. Getting to come back and having a huge range of cards that were new to me, and not having this play a bunch of mirror matches and get tech carded a bunch, is such a much more enjoyable.
Hey, you found a rook.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot more fun if all the cards just dropped on the first day of the season, all 4 or 5 or whatever it is. Yeah, that's true too. Sanctum Showdown was basically that as well, right? Like when Sanctum Showdown happened, they released a ton all at once also. I might not have enough stats to win this game is the problem. Hopefully, Iceman and Cord just make things awkward for them, but I might just not have enough numbers. We really needed a second demon.
Hey, you found a rook. Hey, man, I'm cool.
We're gonna draw Killmonger and it's gonna come into play off of Grand Central. Listen, if that happens, I just want you to know you deserve the timeout you're gonna get. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
I want the throne.
Bye, Felicia.
Escaped.
All right, I think that's all the cubes I have to lose with this one. We're not done with Firehair. I have another Firehair deck I want to try, but Joaquin is trash, believe it or not. Deserve it of his king tier reading. It's crazy to me that they released Joaquin as a 3/4. That's because they only take risks with cards that go in bounce decks and cards that might be interesting. If a new card's gonna add something like Aeroship to the game, giddy up, cowboy. Get ready to ride.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
I think I just want to do this, yeah?
Mjolnir. To me.
Why did they put Bill in the same location as Thor? That feels strange, yeah? Much like the United States, we've lost the right. Hopefully we can win the rest of it still. Think they're a tribunal deck? I feel like that would surprise me. And they're out of there. Okay. What are we looking to free get in this deck? Victoria Hand? Victoria Hand's a good free get target. Demon is fine. Iron Patriot's fine. Your anti-venom card is fine. Actually, this deck actually has a lot of good free get targets. I got really excited when Black Cat flipped up, and then I realized she's only 6 now. Sedge. I got a lot of pretty good anti-venom hits here too, yeah? Alright, so they're doing Spectrum stuff. Most notably, they are also a Luke Cage deck. That's kind of great, yeah? Got a couple of Iceman pop shots here, and a couple of demons, and 8 points in the middle. And my demons are 10 balls on the last turn, along with this Victoria, who's a 7. So I'll have 27, 30 points to spread out on the last turn of the game here. Can I snap them back? I feel like this is snap back territory, yeah? Hey, guys, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. We're still Firehairing. Not that she ever likes to show up early for us. Played 2 cards here. Is one of them Sam? I assume they snap just because they're locking up the vault, but I think we can compete the other 2. So, Spectrum on the right is 10 there, up to 23. And there's no way they have something big enough to beat, because this puts me to 33 here. And then I go to 15, 18 in the middle. Yeah, I mean, feeling pretty good. I guess we could get shanged out of the ongoing deck. If we get shanged out of the ongoing deck, it'll be a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I didn't count Iron Man. Shoot. Oh, I didn't count Iron Man and they beat us by 1. Oh, that's so brutal. That sucks. It really sucks that they got to win this with so little points. I can't believe they stayed for my stat back and then only put 13 in here. It's so spooky. What a gamer. Oh man, it's just really not my fucking day, chat. Apparently, my editor was late getting me today's video, and then I didn't check it for the Pokemon channel, and now it's broken part of the way through. I didn't, because I uploaded it this morning, because I was trying to get live, because I was running behind on other stuff this morning. Oh, life. Not sure which of these two I want to play to. We kind of need stats in both. I think we're just doing this. I have the ability to get White Tiger into the center potentially here still too, which is nice. Actually, do I do this? And then... I think we do this, because then I can White Tiger into Misery and just put cats everywhere, yeah? It's a shame the cats don't get powered up by Victoria, but I think that's fine. I could also just do this now. Is this better? This might be better now. Since we're good in the middle. Oh, it is 3 demons, isn't it? Okay. Now that's funny right there. That's funny. They forgot that blowing up the Nico meant that they were gonna walk the Lady Deathstrike an extra location. It's a nice little pick me up after the day we've had. Hello, LOL. Is Firehair a good card? I would be very surprised if Firehair is a top tier card. Is my initial impersonation. I imagine we'll probably play with her from time to time on this channel because she has some neat build around requirements that is novel, but looking at the early stats, I am incredibly skeptical that she's going to be a powerful card. I think it's very unlikely. Too many moving parts. Is Agamotto going to be the only competitive card from this season? I think there's a good chance Agamotto's the only competitive card from this season, yeah. I mean, I would be surprised. I think Khonshu is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe his power level will surprise us. He's definitely got similar vibes to Firehair, though, where it's like, he's got a lot of moving pieces, and you got to line up a lot of things to have him work out. He's a very novel design, just like she's a very novel design, but... It's hard to say her win rates mean anything because everybody's playing her. I'm not going off of win rates when I tell you I would be surprised if she's a competitive card. I am going off of my experience playing with the card. Feels like she's probably kind of inconsistent. She requires you to line up 3 different things, which is a lot of things. I'm playing this here just in case they tried to contest. Sylv, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. I think Anti-Venom's enough to win here, or do I need to go 11? I guess the Warpath's not that good, yeah? Okay, I think I want to get Anti-Venom. We have a lot of good Anti-Venom hits here. Oh, and they're just not contesting us, so that's great for us. Can I get a Lady Deathstrike? I don't want to put Victoria here, because if I hit Lady Deathstrike next turn, I want to be able to Lady Deathstrike here. We might not have priority going into this turn, which makes the Wong scary. Yeah, I think they're going to be beating 10 here. Yeah, rip. Funny. She went through the ringer, gamers. Bojack is 10. Does this win the game? This is 10 and 9. This is 29, 22 and 29. Beating every permutation of that, yeah?
Victory.
Well, our hand was really sweet. This is optimal, I suppose. To give them a white tiger is the problem. My misery is exposed to Shang-Chi. White tiger plus Karmarta is going to be a tough nut to crack. If this silly Mindscape wasn't here, we'd be able to go like anti-venom and then get to set up White Tiger into Lady Deathstrike or Misery on the right. Would have been sweet. Thanks, I think. Extra energy here is actually kind of great for us, yeah? This actually gives me enough energy to play both demons and do this, yeah? Dodge a Killmonger, we can dodge a ball. They'll be able to Lady Deathstrike Victoria. If they Lady Deathstrike Victoria, Firehair will give us another cat, which is fun. Absolutely cooked, holy. Like, I can't believe they stayed for my snap. Wait, how does this work? Does this kill both miseries? It might. It does? I think that's fine. I don't know. I want to watch it happen. I don't need, I'm only gonna get 2 cats out of this. This isn't Odin, gamers. A misery triggers twice, technically, but this one goes away after the first one, right? So you don't get 4 cats out of this. We're gonna get 3 cats because Firehair is gonna make a cat. Wait, really? How does that work? How does that work? Is it because the second misery triggers in the middle? I don't know because of the fast forward. It's because the first mystery triggers, right? Because it had already queued them up. Oh no, this one, I'm right. This one's from Firehair. No, I'm right. This is the Firehair cat. No, I'm right. It's only 2. My understanding of 2 cats from here is the Firehair cat went here. And we can tell by the cosmetic. Yeah. Yes. Understanding of rules accurate. Cool. Well, to set a low bar, this is less bad than the other Firehair deck we were playing today. Might even be good. This is pretty close to a deck we were playing previously that I thought was good. And Firehair and Lady Deathstrike and White Tiger are a fun addition here. Let's let some adverts roll. We'll be back in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out, gamers. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you enjoy us being back to daily snap content, consider tap the like button on the live stream. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate the 45 folks that did that already. I need to put Kate Bishop in Collector Cache already. You probably are just going to want to spend tokens on her. They ran her in caches in January, which probably means she's not coming back for a little bit. They usually space the repeats. Hopefully whatever change they have coming this summer will make her easier to get. But that's still a little bit off. I imagine we're at least summer at the soonest. Oh yeah, I guess it does just take a while for things to cycle through in there too, right? It's like there's 100 series 4 or 5 cards. Even if you're checking 3 times a day, it can take you a month to get through them. Ugh, I don't know what their Academy rework's gonna look like, but hopefully it fixes some of those. It's not pretty. I assume we'll get the Academy rework before she return to caches. Yeah, me too. Firehair on turn 2. Excited for her to get Cosmo to Red Guardians. think it's this. I don't get why you would just have a shop instead of letting you buy them directly, because the fear of missing out is a feature, not a bug. It's 1000% by design. Ravona's a little scary. That being said, I have Victoria on Onslaught Citadel, and I think we have a good shot to win the center here, yeah? Stegron looking very reasonable even at full market price. Hopefully we can avoid kicking the speed into the right. That would be not good for us. Oh. Push the button back. Let's do it. Says local man about to kick speed into Onslaught Citadel. Ooh, potentially filling them right is value too. I understand why they snapped. I think we're still good to go though, yeah? Oh, do we just Lady Deathstrike? That's so close. I feel like there's worlds where I can lose the middle if I don't play Victoria, right? Yeah, I think this is actually the better play. It gives me 23 here, and it gives me 8 extra here. Yeah, they're leaving either way, but...
Victory.
Does this beat Spectrum? Spectrum would give them 8, 10 here. Yeah, this is beating Spectrum. They'd go to 26, and we'd be going to 27. I don't think they're a Spectrum deck. I think they're a Victoria Ravona deck that we were playing the other day. But... Spectrum's a card we can beat. I think this beats most things. We're going to 23 and 27. Speed gain 1 more 2. Yeah, that's how they get to 10. Spectrum would be 8, and then speed would be 2. Not a very good location for us. Really want to draw like Keep Bishop. I mean, that could be worse. And they've done nothing. You don't know why this deck isn't playing Valentina. I actually just don't have deck slots. She's a fine card you can play here. Works with Victoria and Luke just reasonably, but we're trying to fit in a Firehair package, which the Firehair package is essentially Firehair, White Tiger, Lady Deathstrike, and even Iceman to a degree. I'm sorry, what? Am I missing something here? Are they getting rid of the TVA? They must be getting rid of the TVA, yes? Looking for Lady Deathstrike or Misery here, 40%. Oh, they copied Magic. They might be getting rid of the Eternals arc. Gosh, that's such a bad draw for us. You want to skip? No, I think I need an Iron Patriot card to have a shot to win this game. I think they Viper left. Maybe? It's a fair hedge, I suppose. Oh, is my end turn button bugged? I thought they fixed this. No, I think it's bugged. Yeah, it's bugged. Okay. I haven't seen that one happen in a little bit. I think they can play 3 things, right? They could play 3 things, right? What's more likely? They get 18, they get 15 here or 3 things, right? I wanted to play Luke Cage because it lets me tie the 18 on the left. What just absolutely massive Shang Brain? Just... Are video gamers okay? I mean, I know they're not. Very clearly they are not. What a stay. By our dearest video gamer.
Epic.
Deep. That was originally a TVA game. Yep, good call out. That's nice. If this is neutral or positive, we'll snap because we have Patriot into Victoria Hand Demon. And the anti-venom too. This hand's actually really clean in terms of curve. What was this doing? Double the power. I think we're still competing center even with double power Nico. I think that's better than shoving Iron Patriot into a random. Is it? Maybe I'm supposed to shove him in a random. What do we think? I'm gonna shove him in a random. There's a very, very small number that bite us here, but I think putting him in the random is better when Nico's gonna be going to 4. Well, I'm not 100% sure what an ideal Firehair deck looks like in general. I think I'd be surprised if it didn't look something similar to like this deck we're currently playing. And that like we're playing mostly reasonable Marvel Snap cards that just like happen to have some synergy with her on occasion and get value. They are getting a Destroyer, unfortunately. Really incredible stroke of variance for them here that they flipped into that, and then it was Asgard besieged. Big sad for us. Oh, she doesn't copy anything. That's sad. What do we think? Do I wanna do this? I think I wanna do this.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, not really much we could do this game. Eight's never enough to win the center, right? 'Cause I could do this, but yeah, probably loses enough for the time that we should go. Yeah, if they were at 10 here instead of 26, we would be able to like have demon hedge here, and then like between this being 8 and the demon hedging here, we like can definitely stay. We might not even win, but we can definitely stay. I don't like locations like Asgard besieged in Game Lab. I like Asgard Besieged and Gamma Lab from the perspective of they put locations in the game that reward players for playing to the board early. I don't like Asgard Besieged and Gamma Lab from the perspective of they make Shang-Chi a live card against my deck that otherwise blanks Shang-Chi. So I think it's good when there's locations that encourage you to play the board early. In that case, I hit Nidavellir. Yeah, I mean, I talked about that before, right? Like, a big part of Shang-Chi's... I wish Shang-Chi cared about base power in some ways, but there's so many modified things they want him to care about. Because I just hate how many locations turn Shang-Chi into, like, this cracked effect. He'd be a lot less offensive if locations didn't randomly pop up to let him auto-win games. Oh, are we playing a mirror? Something close to it. Do I do this so I can Lady Death Strike here next turn? I think so. Not sure copy 5 power Victoria is a game we can win. I haven't sapped us though, so we can at least see what keyed arrows we get. If we get like grapple plus Pim, we can go like misery grapple Pim over here. Grapple basic. Not the best, but not the worst either. Acid arrow would have been real bad. This gives me 16 on the right. However, their Victoria hand is 9 and their demon is 10. So I think we lose just based on those two alone.
Escaped.
Destroy cards. I guess we are kind of doing that as we go, huh? I think it's actually lead on Hood, because lead on Hood means we can go Patriot into Demon Victoria. Do I snap them? I feel like I snapped them here. If I fill the Sacred Timeline, I get another Victoria in my hand too. If you can't stay on turn 1 after you Loki and your opponent snaps you, why are you playing the card? Like, if it's not good enough, then I'm glad it doesn't seem like it's good enough, if I'm being honest, but snapping a Loki on turn 1 when you have a Victoria, you can give them Seamstress. Victoria doesn't buff cards Loki makes. Victoria buffs cards that are created in your hand, not transformed in your deck. Victoria is a really elegant design. She's very specific about what she makes better. It says so in her name. That's true, you know. Man, these grapple arrows in Cunlun have been really good for us. Kate's been on the ball with the Cunlun grapple arrows today. I suppose they could have Samuelson, but they didn't have him last turn, right? Order in the court. I needed to end on Victoria, not end on Firehair. I'm gonna draw. Free again, be really sad now. All right, just a white tiger. Wait, why didn't she? Why doesn't she cost less? Oh! Because it was in Monster Metropolis. I lost the middle. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's funny. I was thinking we were competing for here. That's so funny. Yeah, I understand now. I've played this game before. Veiled Wanderer. Thank you for the 4 years. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Can we stay? I think we're cooked. I can, like, maybe talk myself into this, but I don't think that's the case. I would be 17 to 10. I guess if Firehair goes right, I could win. Sure. Oh, now I need Firehair to go left. No, never go to the right, Firehair. Oh! Oh, and I'm Lady Death Striking, not Miserying. In my brain, I was making 2 cats there. Okay, yeah, we're definitely supposed to leave every time, yeah. How's the new card feel? Incredibly underpowered. Really, really novel, but probably not very good. Neat deck building requirement. Probably an easy pass for sweaty gamers. If you're not a sweaty gamer, you'll probably enjoy her. Depending on what your threshold for playing sweet things is. All right, well, we want points in the middle ASAP. I snap the Wiccan deck that missed their draw and curve here, yeah. Should I do this into this? And then we could Frigga here and have extra energy next turn? Thanks, I think. Defining and mediocre. Yeah, I think defining and mediocre is probably about where I'd slaughter in terms of my typical rating scale at the moment. You want Nico over Iceman? I don't know. I really like being able to play out Iceman super proactively. I also think Iceman's a super easy card to cut. This is slick, letting us get the acid arrow into here. I think this deck's also got some hand size issues. I think if you wanted to put Nico in this deck, you should not cut Iceman. You should cut the bad card. You should cut White Tiger. We probably still have plenty of stuff to do without White Tiger. I don't know that we've been I don't think we've been hurting for points. And dragging the curve down is probably good. There's a reason why all of the inked cards in here have a cosmic black border on them, and I declined to put a cosmic black border on the White Tiger. Well. Oh, does it work this way? Oh, me. I really hate all of the timing on that. I feel like it's so inconsistent, the order that things happened at the end of the game. Obviously, I should have stacked my cards there if it works that way.
Escape.
It's weird to me that Iron Patriot goes before this type of stuff, but this type of stuff happened before Sanctum Showdown points got calculated. I think is where that inconsistency in my brain comes from. Because with Sanctum Showdown, all those other things happened and then it tallied. So it's like, well, who's winning the location? Well, everything should happen, and then we should figure out who's winning the location. He also times to go before Athena. That's super weird too. I feel like the who's winning the location should be a separate calculation at the very end of the game. Or at the very end of the turn after all other factors have been accounted for.
Opponent snapped.
I mean, I think I'm staying. I have Luke Cage, so the tower doesn't bother me. If they're filling the left and not locking themselves in, that would be bad for me. I think this is fine, though, yeah? Lady Deathstrike wins the left entirely on her own, yes? I could also just do this and unlock my hand, and then this goes to 1 and this goes to 1. Then I have to fight for here, though. That's close. Playing the Luke out here exposes me to Red Guardian. But the way this works, they just don't have the penalty on them, yeah? So we're fine. I guess a high roll Raf card could kill us. They just think they can't lose the left here. M'lady? M'lady? And this is also kind of why I think... so, unironically... I think I'm ready to do a wrap on this deck and move on to the next one. But unironically, I think one of the most compelling things about Firehair is the fact that she gives you an incentive to play Lady Deathstrike. I think Lady Deathstrike is a card that's been incredibly close or actively very reasonable in a lot of metagames, probably even our existing one, with a lot of the things that she interacts with. And just like, this deck was already playing Misery in this core, and it's like, well, we're already playing Misery, and then we want a second enabler, and Lady Deathstrike's like a pretty good card that then is like also an enabler. Seems real clean and reasonable for us. So I think my change here at the end is White Tiger was just a little clunky and awkward, and I would cut her, and I would get Nico in the deck. It's probably the reasonable swap. I wanted to try White Tiger alongside the Lady Deathstrike in the Misery, but there were just too many games where I just had too many big things in my hand, and I think Nico's a pretty generically good card, and that was like my 12th slot basically. Was I had to give up Nico, but I think we do want her in here. Can you replace Anti-Venom? Yeah, probably. You lose a little bit of your cube equity / bursty draws, but just play another card that has synergy or shove another tech card in your deck. Something that's gonna get people. Put a Mobius or a Shang-Chi or a Enchantress or something in there. It's probably a reasonable spot to be. All right. Before we move on to our next deck, I would just like to give a shout out to the sponsor of our stream today and longtime stream sponsor at this point, the Extra Smart Wallet. You've probably heard me talk about them before if you're a regular, but if you're new, the Extra Smart Wallet is one of the best places to keep your most powerful card in mobile gaming, your credit card. With just a flick of the switch, it goes ahead and it fans out all of your cards right there, so you can grab exactly the one that you care about at a moment's notice. When I first got one of these, my first question was, well, if they pop up so quick and easy, are they going to bounce out while they're in my pocket? And you can see here, these are my real cards in there, gamers, and I'm nice and confident in my Extra Wallet that they're not going to pop out here on camera and do anything that they shouldn't be doing. I've been walking around with the Extra in my pocket for close to a year now, and they're still gripped nice and tight inside of there. This card holder model Holds between 6 and 9 cards in the top. Nice, depending on the size of them. If you're someone that wants a little bit more room than that in your wallet, they also have a version here that has a extra flap fold out here in the front where you can hold a couple more. There's 2 slots in here. I don't carry that many things in my wallet, so I like the one that's a little bit more trim. They also both have a slot in the back, either under the band here where you can put some extra things in, or in the back on here where it slides in and out just like that. And this little card here is a thing you can see. It says it's a smart wallet. So this is what makes the wallet smart. So this is a Bluetooth doodad. They have one for Android and one that works with the Apple Find My service. You can Bluetooth that into your phone, and then inside of the app, you can make your wallet or your bag, wherever the card is at, ding wherever it's at, so long as you're connected via Bluetooth, so you can find wherever you might have misplaced it. If you're someone that plays Find My Wallet while you're trying to walk out the door several times per week, like I often did before, it's a great product for that. When it's not connected via Bluetooth, say you drop your wallet or it leaves your person while you're out and about, the app also logs the GPS location for the last time you were connected to your thing, so you can know where to go back and look, or whereabouts you misplaced your stuff. I've not ever pushed the button by mistake. It takes a good bit of, I guess you can't really tell how hard I'm pushing, but it takes a good bit of, it's hard to bump it accidentally. I don't know. I'm tapping on it here, but you have to pretty specifically and intentionally deliberately press into it. And I'm a fidgeter. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but like my wife often has to tell me when we're like sitting there while I'm out. She'll be like, "Put your wallet away," and I'm like, "Well, I need something to do with my hands so I can sit here and twitch." So I can attest to the fact that the trigger mechanism in these is very, very durable. And if you want to buy with confidence, Exter not only has a great range of awesome products that you can use code JeffH2025 to save a little bit extra on, they also come with a 100-day money-back guarantee, and you have a 2-year warranty on any hardware that you buy from them. I have a lovely, vibrant blue one, because the blue one is my favorite color, is the one I carry, but I've got a couple of others. They're all look lovely. Got a whole range of lovely extra things they've sent me over the last year, and they have a great selection of colors and styles and textures and stuff like that up here on their site. So appreciate them sponsoring again this month. They've been great to work with. You can find the tracker cards and all sorts of other accessories for someone that carries physical keys around with you. They have a key thing that can Bluetooth into your thing as well to help you keep track of those. So I love the tool card, by the way. Anybody else always have too many boxes around your home, and every time you go to break down boxes, you can never find a box cutter? It's not as sharp as a knife, but it's good enough to cut through packing tape. It's got a bottle opener and stuff on it, so I keep that slotted in the back of mine, so whenever it's time to crack those down, it's nice and convenient and easy to grab. All right, what do we want to play next here? I think that was the only other thing I have loaded up that we haven't actually played yet. Let me think through. I think I've played everything else that's in here. I just got my extra wallet the other day and I've been enjoying it so far. Nice, Cornsback. We could play a little bit more of the Thor's deck from yesterday. I posted a highlight with this and it felt pretty reasonable. Firehair hand buff. I don't know that I want to set my cubes on fire that badly. What does it look like? Let's build it, and I may or may not do it. Let's see. It's like a Koye, Nakia, Misery. They're probably just like Carnage, Fastos. And then you need the payoffs as well. You need a Shaw, a Mr. Sinister, a Mysterio maybe. Oh yeah, you need Gwen. Zabu. Are we a Zabu deck? Only have 2 4s. You like Zabu Scarlet Spider for your last 2? You put Scarlet Spider as a payoff, so you have 3. I mean, we already had 3, right? Scarlet Spider would be payoff number 4. I have Mr. Sinister, Mysterio, Shaw. I guess this is an okay mix. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hand buffs, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 payoffs. I mean, 3 hits for Zabu is fine. There's also something to be said about this deck wanting to have a cards that it can play out consistently. Chavez is a cute idea. I don't hate Chavez. I just don't know that I love the idea of Scarlet Spider in a meta game where Shang-Chi isn't half the decks. Like, I feel like it's just asking to get my stuff pushed in. I need to not say that. I need to cut that one from my vocabulary. Old habits, chat. Old habits. Scarlet Spider could be Absorbing Man. I don't hate Absorbing Man. That gives us a different 4. And Absorbing Man's kind of fun because he's kind of a payoff if you squint, right? Like, he could be an enabler, but you could also just go, like, Sinister Absorbing Man. For people who aren't aware, and I wasn't aware until earlier this month, the phrase stuff pushed in, or shit pushed in, as the movie quote is, has incredibly homophobic origins. Which chat informed me of earlier this month. As one of my card game idioms I have been working to remove from my vocabulary since learning that. Lasher. Lasher's interesting. So the tough part about Lasher, while he is a hand buff payoff, is you have to play him on turn 5. So it's pretty tough, I think, to both buff him and play and activate him in a lot of your games. My kingdom for multiple custom cards per character. Well, I don't have a gold on her, so maybe we'll just leave her inked. You want to play Venom over Fastos. So I think Carnage is better than Venom because Carnage costing 2 means I can play Nakia or Fastos and Carnage together on 5. So I'm going to start here. We're going to lose 3 or 4 games in a row with it and then delete it and never think about it again. But we're rank 120. I've got some cubes to spew. I'm doing a lot of winning today. Hmm. All right, I were gonna take a mulligan on the first game.
Escape.
I mean, DinoCon, what do you think I can do about the YouTube video being bugged, even if I didn't already know? Like, yes, lots of people have told me, and also there's nothing I can do about it. My editor was late giving me the video, and then I didn't double check it before I uploaded it. It is, in fact, jacked up. And now we didn't draw Firehair on turn 2, so I'm not sure we're actually going to have a window to play her. I suppose if we draw Carnage next turn, we could Firehair Carnage and it could be kind of sweet. Ooh, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. The only problem here is there is a strong possibility that we can't go over the top of whatever it is they're doing. They've given us an extra turn, but I would assume their deck is better at doing something with that extra turn than we are. Just so we're clear, I'm aware that Firehair does nothing in nowhere, chat. She just literally isn't going to do anything this game because we drew her too late. And we also like, this is just peak Firehair gameplay. There are 2 cards left in my 12 card deck, and they are both the cards that destroy things. And like, we won this game in spite of her not doing anything. But, you know, there's this, and this is the problem that why I think she's probably not a competitive card, she's just a neat card, is the rest of your deck has to be able to lift without her very consistently, because there's so many pieces that have to come together for her to function. The rest of our deck kind of worked without it. That was fun. Oh, hey, would you look at that? We lost Misery. Oof. That was a good Krakoa hit, at least. Yeah, I think my initial read on Firehair so far is that she goes in any deck that probably was already playing Misery, and then you play, in addition to Misery, you play like Lady Deathstrike as another enabler, basically. So the way Mysterio works with buffs inside of our deck or hand is that the Mysterio clones all get the same buff as well. So Mysterio proper here is... Oh, I should have played the Shaw too to be able to do this. Mysterio proper is 9, and then the clones are 5 in this instance. I don't think... This is a Patriot Iron Lad, so I don't think we can keep up here.
Escaped.
All right, Okoye and Defastos, gamers. It's the hand buff dream curve. Is it worth Zabuing here? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just Okoye Fastos. We could absorb Big Man on 4. Yeah, maybe, depending on what the rest of our draws look like. Now we just Misery, yeah? Oh, was I supposed to absorb Big Man before I Miseried? I don't know. Probably not. Tech cards, baby, tech cards. Yeah. All right, two of the 3 of those going on Mysterio's lovely. I think this should be considered a bug, but we know this is a demon, right? It's got the same split as this. And like we could infer that most likely, but the cosmetic being identical lets us know it with certainty. You can't play this deck without Gwenpool. It might be better with Fastos. Without Fastos, honestly. Fastos is just not very good. So So if they're at 9 here, this would put me to 13. And then this is a 2. I think we're getting shanged in the middle is the problem. Oh, and Nakia has to end middle. We're probably supposed to leave here. Yeah.
Power must be controlled.
Oh, wait, are we beating that? I'm gonna be honest, chat, I didn't do math. Did we casserole them? Oh, baby. We should leave, casserole. Nice tech card, nerd. I just assumed we were dying if they Shang-Chi'd us. And it turns out my opponent's a Shang-Chi gamer, and they also assumed we were dying if they Shang-Chi'd us. L-O-L. Suck it, tech cards. Unicorn, thank you for the membership on the YouTube side, by the way. I missed that one a little bit ago. Apologies. Your comment about Thanos Destroy. If you look on the Jeff Hoagland YouTube channel, we highlighted Thanos Destroy last week. Firehair's probably fine in there. Turn 1, Zabooby. Lovely. I'm going to put Zabooby somewhere else, actually. So that way we have the option to eat him later. Make our 4s even cheaper. Two drop. Two drop. Why do I never get to play my Firehair early, chat? Alright, there she is. There she is. And Fastos didn't make her cheaper like we wanted. Sag. I don't even know that she actually does anything, right? Like, I think I'm still just doing this. Like, unironically doesn't seem good. If we draw Carnage, maybe. I mean, I guess if I Carnage the center and re-trigger all of these, it only gives me... Even if I Carnage the center and re-triggered all of these, it would only give me, It would only give me one draw with that, right? Yeah, we did Horizon Forbidden West on stream, if I recall correctly. I did not play through the expansion on stream, though. I missed that one. I haven't played that one at all, actually. I need to do it at some point. What do we think? Plus 12 here, and then this is plus 9 over here? Ah, we're only tying them on the right. Sad. And one more point. Lose the breaker here, very, very obviously. I have a carnage. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. I have a carnage. Is it going to do absolutely anything? Probably not, but it is here and it exists. Got me. Just hella things, really. Firehair, don't care. Firehair, don't care. Look at us, chat. We were poo-pooing on Firehair. And look at her. Look at her now. Now who's laughing, gamers? Now who's even Fastos' cost reduction comes into play. And you know what the saddest part about this whole thing is? I'm gonna press the snap button because our hand's a banger and then our opponent's gonna leave. That's the worst. That's the worst of it. So I gotta push this button over here because it's optimal, and then our opponent's gonna leave. Oh, they stayed. They stayed. It's happening. Oh my goodness! 2 of those 3 Gwenpool triggers went onto Gwenpool.
Minions to me.
Are we dead? I think we're actually dead. Cool. This is why they're rank 9 gibbers.
Escape.
It's just so many hoops to jump through to get such a nominal amount of power. We like unironically how much went right there for us. And it still just wasn't remotely enough. All right. So, whether we Fastos versus Nikhil depended if we draw payoffs here, I guess. I mean, we should statistically never stay for a snap. Because our deck is bad. But I'm staying because our hand is good. Yeah, I mean, all of our payoffs, 4 for 4 in our deck, so we definitely want to Fastos here, yeah. And honestly, looking at what's going on here, we might Misery as opposed to Gwenpool next turn, because all of our payoffs are still in the deck. I think it's this, and then we Gwenpool next turn. Oh my goodness, Mercy. Mercy! Please! Mercy, I have a family! I feel like I need to throw... I feel like these last couple have been a good example of why this deck should just belong in a trash can, yeah. Unfortunately. Like, so much. Like, you draw your curve up. You draw your curve up in a fantasy land, and, like, it's not dissimilar to what we did this game. These locations heavily favor, but I guess. But, like, we also had a really good draw in the last game. I'll give it one more. Since we think it was location variance. I've got 2 more cubes to spew here. But, like, we're 2 for 2 on, like, tell me how you want your deck to play out, and then it played out that way, and then our stats weren't remotely enough. All right, we have Firehair on curve, chat. Who's excited to never draw a way to destroy our cards? We have two-thirds of our 3-card combo.
I found a rock.
And that one doesn't bode well for our hero. I finally had a turn 2 Firehair with this deck and immediately got Red Guardian. Can Fastos have his or changed to an and? Unironically, probably. I don't know, he's probably too good if he does both. Maybe it's -1/+1? Ooh, free rock. It's fine. We're gonna draw Carnage or Misery this turn. I believe. Please. Okay, I said I had 2 more cubes for this deck, so that was only 1 more cube. I'm gonna give it. I got one last cube before I delete it forever. And that's the rub, right? Like, there's a lot of games where you're just never gonna draw Firehair on time, so she does nothing. And then there's gonna be a bunch of games where you like draw Firehair on time, and you have your odd reveals that it's like, yo, dog, where's my destroy cards? Where'd I park my destroy cards, dog? Honestly, I think the biggest tell that Fire Nerf was potentially not competitive was I had a number of people letting me know they thought there was a chance she gets nerfed about 45 minutes after she released. Which is usually the biggest tell that the card's at most fine. Man, I just felt that comment deep, deep in my soul, they made Loki a 1 cost before they made Okoye a 1 cost again. Oh no. Why would you tell me that? I had just like conveniently not put those two things together. But man, is it just like deeply rude for you to spell it out like that? All right, I drew Carnage. Next turn, we're gonna draw Firehair. And we're gonna Carnage this group of fine ladies. And it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna eat all 3 of these ladies, and it's gonna feel great. Firehair! Firehair! Oh man! Absolutely cooked. All right, they have a 1/5 rock and a 6 power Mysterio.
All systems go.
All right, I'm gonna throw this one in the trash where it belongs. I'm gonna run an advert. We're gonna do an untapped dive looking for Firehair or other decks, and then we'll load up probably an oldie but a goodie if we don't find anything. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. That's the second cube. It's all I got. Was that winnable? We knew my opponent had a 1/5 rock, and we knew my opponent had a 6 power Mysterio. So absolutely not. That was not winnable. 0%. I think this is the most competitive Firehair deck I've played. I genuinely think this deck is very good. I also think it was good before Firehair was added to it, though. She's a fine addition. Very, very reasonable, serviceable card here. She's fine. She's fine inside of the Thor's deck as well. Fine. Thor's deck, not top tier, but fine. Serviceable. Could win games with it. I think this deck is almost assuredly better than the Thor's deck. I think the overall power level of the Thor's deck is very much only okay. I'd like to dedicate these stats to all of the hand buff believers out there. Here's what this one goes out to you. So you're saying there's a chance. I believe every time I make the sample size more competitive on Untapped, all the Firehair stats get worse. So this is all of Infinite. This is top 50%. And this is top 10%. Oh, it got a little bit better at top 10%, actually. Look at that. Ooh, did these ones go up in top 10% too? That's fun. This is the build we were playing yesterday. Oh, goodness. Is our Shangless build performing better than the build with Shang? It totally is. Good. Screw you, Sandcastle Kickers. Take your lame cards and pound sand. Love to see it. So, can someone explain to me why this card has a 30% play rate? I guess it's actually down. So maybe what I'm about to say makes sense. But like, even in the previous metagame before this last OTA, when Shang had a 50% play rate, I didn't feel like I wanted to put Shang in most of my decks. There were a handful that he went in, but I just like genuinely did not understand why it was everywhere. When you like look at the things that you're playing into, it's like, Oh, because Agamotto was the card the week before. Yeah, maybe that was it. Was people metagaming the new card? This is kind of cute. Oh, I like Luna Snow as a death enabler. This is kind of adorable. I haven't found a Darkhawk build I like yet, but yeah, this is all right. I can be persuaded. I can be persuaded. Maybe we're not done Firehairing yet. She's a genuinely very fun card. She's a genuinely very fun card. Very neat, unique build around. I also have some of my inks in here. That's a good Red Guardian deck. I guess it's cute to Lady Deathstrike it, and make sure Lady Deathstrike's slightly bigger. A feature location just went live. Oh, man. Why do you make it so hard to love you, Marvel Snap? I mean, I guess it's a good time to play the death deck then, I suppose, but I don't know why they insist on making their this is why I need Sanctum to be a mode that's always on. So when there's a feature location like this, I don't have to think about playing Conquest. The Benjamin Brode desire to constantly add cards forcibly to my hand. That's Wolverine, right? Help me out. That's Wolverine, right? I don't care what this says. That's Wolverine, yeah. Oh, is Dakin Wolverine's son? Okay, I didn't know that. Genuinely that makes it more acceptable. Genuinely makes it more acceptable. Dakin has daddy issues. He's just like me for real. Today we learned. There's something oddly fitting about our current timeline seeing a demon blast off in red, white, and blue patriotism. Oh, they're copying Dakin. I should have Red Guardianed him. I don't even know that we can win the game, though, is the problem. Oh, I guess they copied a 4-power Dakin, though, yeah? So maybe we have a shot? Order? No, I did the order, right? Yeah. Firehair, Hood, Misery? I could Red Guardian this, but it's still going to 12, which I think is more than I can beat over here. So I think I'd rather just stack a bunch of points in the middle here. Oh. Oh. M'lady? M'lady? Remember when we were talking earlier and I said low-key one of the best things about Firehair was that she wait, hold on. I don't remember what Nico's doing. Nico's turning something into a demon. Almost messed this up. One of the best things about Firehair is that she encourages you to play more Lady Deathstrike, and Lady Deathstrike has perpetually been a card that's like this close to being good. Oh my goodness. This last card could be a blade, I guess. You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Victory.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Delectable. What a glorious sandcastle you seem to have assembled. Sure would be a shame. Alright, I guess I'm on the hook for this Craven bundle. We'll buy that later. I'm not sure I want to play into this on one. Is Lady Deathstrike Series 3 now? Did they series drop her?
Hey, I found a rook.
Yes, she is Series 3. Okay. Oh, wow. Boo.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
So I gotta say, I'm actually not entirely convinced I love Nico more than, like, Iceman in these shells. Or maybe in addition to. Iceman. Iceman was really good in the build we were playing the other day. There's something to be said, especially in an Iron Patriot deck, for having a card you can play on curve early. Luna Snow is kind of a fun, it's kind of a fun Iron Patriot follow-up. That could have gone worse. Elephant Fudge, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, that was a raid of 20 people. Look at my pre-programmed responses mixing themselves up. Hope you had a good stream. How many things can Killmonger murder here? A lot? I make death really cheap. It's 5 actually, because it kills the Killmonger to draw 2 cards as well. Which I'm not actually sure if it's good for us. Did you pick up the Scream Cannonball bundle? No, I don't usually buy bundles that involve a lot of collector's tokens or keys, because I have an unlimited amount of both of those, essentially. Keys and tokens are only worthwhile to, like, mid-tier spenders. When you're a Kraken, you just have more than you'll ever know what to do with. I have to like a particular variant a whole heck of a lot to spew that much.
Rest in peace. Impressive.
We don't have my extra energy now. I mean, I guess I get to do this and get my death cheap and have this cheap again, but it's not super exciting for me. Iron Patriot Isan, lol.
Rest in peace.
Next month has a $100 Blue Marvel bundle. That'll have more value. Yeah, so some of the value proposition in things like the Scream bundle is that you're essentially buying a Series 4 and Series 5 card. They've leaned really hard from a monetization aspect on essentially selling Series 4 and 5 cards with bundles of currency, basically. If I Heimdall, this puts me to 23 in the middle. And then I could put this over here. This is 23 and 23. Oh, I forgot to put a... If I lose this by 1, I deserve it. I could have put a Jin here. Alright, gonna lose by more than 1. They have Null in their deck? Oh, I guess they're also just a Firehair deck, huh? And there's a feature location right now. I really wish we had a opt out of feature location button. It's not something that sparks joy for me. Yes, Twitch drops start Friday, so we'll have a long all snap stream on Friday. I think they start at noon, so I think I'll probably go live a little bit later. I'm snapping because I'm going to get to play Iron Patriot into my Darkhawk Path on turn 2, and then my Iron Patriot card will be cheap. Excuse me, you stayed? Hello, Bueller? Is this thing on? Hello, Bueller? We're about to get gambited. Wow, listen, look at all the chat wishing so much ill upon me. You're the worst.
Hey man, I'm cool.
Hey man, I'm Gorg. We try. Meek gives the middle unless we get a location changer. I have a Killmonger and I have 2 Iron Page regenerators here. If I Lady Deathstrike Bullseye, can I lose? I don't think so, yeah. Ooh, that's how. Oh, we lost priority. I can't Goliath. Good job. I think this one's the right though, yeah? Just a lot of points.
Victory.
Again, for people last year who are confused, I'm aware we could have Lady Deathstruck the Meek with priority. However, I was making the value proposition that I don't think I can lose left and right if I get rid of Bullseye. So I'm not telling you that we couldn't Lady Deathstrike the Meek. I'm telling you I think it was a worse play than Lady Deathstriking the Bullseye. Ah! Okay, I get it now. So now I'm gonna time out every single person that's after the fact acting like I realize. So chat, the thing you need to say is not Jeff, Lady Deathstrike the Meek. The thing you need to say is Jeff, if you Lady Deathstrike the Meek, you also Lady Deathstrike the Bullseye because of Firehair. You're right, I missed that. And you saying Lady Deathstrike the Meek doesn't tell me what you're trying to communicate. It's not helpful. It would have been a cool line. But please communicate in a way that's going to be helpful and positive. Thank you, dear Jetters. I'm gonna play Iron Patriots. If we top deck Killmonger, we could win that lane next turn still, I think.
I found a rock.
Hey, KG1. I actually posted an updated Series 4 or 5 tier list on YouTube yesterday or the day before. So if you're struggling to figure out what exactly you want to be doing, check that out. I think we're cooked. Our draw was awkward. The Iceman was good. Trims and Cosmos, not great for us. I'm gonna go next tier. I agree. Coming back. If Snap actually figures out a way to make the returning player experience not be trash, I'm pretty optimistic for the future. Because, like, speaking as someone who got to experience coming back with the silver spoon in my mouth of having every card when I came back, I actually think coming back from Snap after a break and there being a bunch of new cards to get is awesome. It's a really sweet experience. It's just, for the average person who's not spending unhealthy amounts of money on Snap, coming back after a break just means you're missing a bunch of stuff right now. But, you know, maybe we'll just be coped up and they're gonna nail the rework.
Hey man, I'm cool.
Read. Speaking of rude gamers, speaking of things that are rude, I'm not sure that killing the Korg is right here. 'Cause I am going to get to slide more power into the right eventually.
Hey, I found a rock. I found a rock.
You absolutely should not spend resources on Firehair. 0%. That was not the copy of Death or Darkhawk I was hoping to draw. Death and Darkhawk both give us so many points here. Is 18 enough on the left? 18 might be enough on the left, honestly. Oh, I guess they could have my copy of Death. There's so many cards in their deck. I'm excited to lose to my copy of Death here. I really hope whoever has an obsession with Loki at second dinner steps on a Lego. Just, I don't understand the Loki obsession. Just literally we'll just never get it. It's so obnoxious. The extra sad part is, if my Darkhawk had simply, like, it's wild that they stayed here if they're not ghosting us, because they lost to node information plus my Darkhawk, right? They know we're playing Darkhawk. My Darkhawk is 23. So my Darkhawk would have been 20, they had 33. Man, my Darkhawk would have been 35 with the 2 demons they know we had. So they're 75% to lose that game and stay in it anyways. I believe, unfortunately, that I am legally obligated to do something offensive with this. I'm pretty sure is how this works. Whew! Saved from myself. Saved from myself. Oh no, wait, this is funny. I can do this, and then next turn I can Killmonger Galactus in the same turn.
Hey, you found a rook. Hey man, I'm cook.
Is this in the right order, yeah? Galactus, right. That's not how Galactus works. Galactus has to be alone. Has to be alone, and you have to be winning.
I want the throne.
Kneel before Poppy!
I want the throne. Kneel before Galactus.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. Deep dee 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 dee. It's actually optimal to do this because the what's it called would be 1 point for them. Opponent's playing a neat deck. Firehair debris stuff. We just generated a Galactus that are evil and terrible. Toxicity chat.
Victory.
Beep 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 beep. All right, let's take a pause for the cause and let some adverts roll. We're gonna play some more of this pile when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube side and you're enjoying the generated Galactuses at all, make sure you tap the like button on the live stream. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps more people reach the content. Beauty. Lady Deathstrike is definitely the premier Firehair enabler. Misery's in here too, but LDS feels like the card to write home about when it comes to Lady Deathstrike. Oh, I do have an inked I thought I had an inked crackle on him. Let him blend in with his other friends. How has Darkhawk felt to this deck? Should that package be replaced with something else? I mean, Darkhawk's not really a package, right? Like, Korg is a fine disruptive card that works with Killmonger and Firehair. And then, like, I think we've hit a point where there's enough big decks in Marvel Snap where Darkhawk's a card you can enable, but he's also just kind of a tech card. So, like, yeah, the Hawk is better when we draw Korg and do Korg stuff. But also, you know, there's enough Arishims and Agamottos and others where Hawk is just regularly very large. They buffed Thanos recently. Someone's asking how much Arishim's still around. There's enough of it that Hawk's fine there. But, I mean, this deck's certainly still functional if you, like, sub-Korg for Iceman and then play something else in the Darkhawk slot. I don't think it make or breaks the deck, but I think it's fine to include it. How important is Luna Snow? Probably not very. She's a pseudo-death enabler, and she's okay following up Iron Patriot, but you're not, like, ramping into anything super critical, I don't think. Actual factual destroy enjoyer. Luna plus Red Guardian are kind of like Clog if you squint. That's true. Accurate. Oh, that's a little sad. I wanted the Misery of that next turn for extra Hawk point. If we keep priority here, we can Red Guardian the X-23 next turn. So we'll have 2, 3, we'll have 9 next turn, and I can Death Strike plus Misery. I guess they're a null deck, huh? But I'm winning all 3? I think I can stay, we'll just lose the null lane. I guess if they go null plus Zola, I could be sad.
Power must be controlled.
snapped the Shang-Chi daring today, I see. At this? I think it's this, yeah? This beats Zola the Deathlock. Does this beat Null Death? This loses to Null Setter Death Left, but they probably Death Setter Null Left, yeah? I am so smart. SMRT. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pew pew pew. Tech card destroy gamer. It's been a while since I've seen their kind. Thought they'd all gone extinct. Thought they'd all gone extinct. Oh, what was this person playing earlier? I forget. Oh, they were the Hella player. I remember them playing something very specific that was annoying. So I snapped them on bar with no name then, yeah? Oh, they snapped me? All right, I'm gonna stay. I was about to snap them, but I'm not doing it now that they did it to me. Hopefully they're just a hood gamer and then we also have a hood. Oh, you're right. They had Legion. That's a great call out. Oh, is this just a turn 3 Mr. Negative stat? The only two types of Marvel snappers that exist in the sweats, the Shang-Chi's and then the hella negatives. The two that exist, hella negative. They play those types of decks. We break your sandcastle in a very specific way, or we go big linear over the top. How do they plan to get points into the center, gamers?
Rest in peace.
Yes, folks at home seem to be very confused. I'm not referring to hella negative as a deck. I'm referring to hella negative decks in the same way I'm referring to Shang decks. They represent a style of gameplay, not a specific 12 cards. I'm actually pretty mild about the feature location enabling destroy. Once upon a time, I would have been with the rest of you and been a little annoyed by it, but destroy's been so mediocre for a while in Marvel Snap. I think it's fine to let it have a little bit of time in the sun.
Opponent snapped.
Impressive.
So could have reality stoned the altar of death, is electing not to. We just assume they're destroying Nimrod. Yeah, that's probably fair.
Impressive.
Oh my goodness, I hate everything. Oh my goodness, I hate everything. That's fine. If I would have played the death out, she just would have gotten Shang-Chi'd, so it wasn't a real option anyways. Unfortunately, the two demons lose to Rocket and Groot jumping over.
Escaped.
Yeah, Rocket and Groot was also a way for them to get in the altar is a great call out.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
Have a little. Thank you for the 31 months. Welcome back.
Opponent snapped.
Mighty fine sandcastle you got over there, my dearest video gamer. Sure would be the darndest shame if something were to occur to it. Oh, they're playing Firehair and Destroy, so we're cooked. I guess there's a world where if I manage to not have priority going into the last turn, Killmonger gets rid of Deadpool. I'd be honest, chat, I can't play any more feature location.
Escaped.
I can't. I just can't. Maybe we'll do the real downside to the time zone change is the feature location runs until 2 o'clock my time tomorrow. Maybe we'll do all Pokemon tomorrow, and then we'll do all Snap Friday because of drops. I probably want to anyways, I think is probably a reasonable plan. Before we're done, I would just like to give a shout out to our wonderful, awesome longtime sponsor. If I could click on the right scene, gamers. The Extra Smart Wallet is the banner that we've got up there in the corner. If you haven't seen them before, they're the best place to keep your most powerful card in mobile gaming chat, your credit card. With the quick flick of a switch on the side, it fans all of your cards out there so you can easily grab exactly the one you're interested in. There's a little strap on the front that you can put cash or extra stuff in, and then on the back here, I've got my handy dandy tool cards, got a bottle opener and a box cutter on the edge and all sorts of other stuff. I love my my vibrant blue color here because blue is my favorite color, but they also come in a range of other ones here, golds and grays and blacks and reds and greens and all sorts of things. The top loader holds about 6 to 9 cards, nice, but if you're someone who's in the market for something a little bit larger than that, they also have ones that fold out like so you could store a couple extra cards in the front. You'll note that it says the slimmest smart wallet, because one feature I would like to call out as well is they have this handy dandy finder card here that you can pick up as an accessory. They have 2 of these, one that works with the Apple Find My technology, and then if you're an Android person like myself, they also have one that works with that as well. That lets you Bluetooth your device into your cell phone, so if you ever misplace it or can't find it wherever it's at around your house, you can ding it, and if it's in Bluetooth range, it'll beep. And if it's not in Bluetooth range, so long as you've got the app running on your phone, it's gonna go ahead and log wherever you are out in the world when it gets disconnected from your Finder card, so that way you can go back and know where to look for your bag or your wallet wherever it fell out of your pocket or got otherwise misplaced. If you want an easy way to support my content, you can save a little bit extra on your Extra Smart Wallet by using code JeffH2025 at my link on Extra's website. It's in chat there on the Twitch side. It's in the video description on the YouTube live stream. I mentioned they have a whole bunch of wonderful different colors up there. We can showcase a couple of those here. I've got some slick grays and some greens and some reds and even some textures and other things that are more vibrant and popping depending on what you're looking for. The Pro model has a slightly different trigger switch. All of the Extra smart wallets, they do ship globally, yeah, all over the world. All over the world. That comes with a 2-year warranty on the hardware, and they have a 100-day money-back guarantee if you are unhappy with it, but I've been carrying mine for over a year. It's a quality piece of hardware, gamers. And I'm someone, I'm sure some of you can relate to this. I'm a very fidgety person, so like if I'm out and about and I'm like sitting with my wife or out with friends, if I have my wallet in my hand, Chris will often have to tell me to put it away. I'll just sit here and flick it. So I can test personally the trigger mechanism is very solid and lasts a good long while. Also, I didn't do my shake test during this plug. That's my favorite. So these are my real credit cards in here, gamers. One of my questions I had when I bought this was, are they gonna pop out in my pocket? You can trust they're only gonna come out when you go ahead and you push the button and you want them to come out there. They are never coming out unless they're supposed to when you push the trigger. It's a nice, lovely thing. I picked up one last time and it's really cool. Yeah, we've been working with them for gosh, probably close to a year now. So they're one of our longer time plugs. We do one dedicated day per month like this for them. Appreciate the support that they give. You can check them out using the link. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I think we're gonna take tomorrow off of Snap just because this feature location is super polarizing and not enjoyable. But we're gonna do some Pokemon all day tomorrow is my plan, and then drops for Marvel Snap cut back up on Friday, and High Voltage comes back as an alternative game mode. So it'll be nice to have somewhere we can hide when the feature location sucks again. I really hope they consider making High Voltage or Sanctum Sanctorum a full-time mode. Would be fun. I'm off. Everybody enjoy your Wednesday wherever you're at in the world, and we'll catch you around again around real soon, hopefully.